Do you ever feel like people test your peace, like someone's tone? One careless comment can pull you out of yourself, and suddenly you're reacting, defending, explaining, even though you promised yourself you wouldn't. You tell yourself you're calm until someone disrespects you. You tell yourself you're above it until that message doesn't come, that voice gets loud, that line gets crossed. And in that moment, you realize something. You don't control them, they control you. But Marcus Aurelius understood the real power. The one who can stay still when provoked, who can walk through chaos untouched, is the only one who's truly free. And that's what this video will teach you: how to stop being controlled by others and start mastering yourself. Anger is not born in the moment someone disrespects you. It's born in the moment you believe they shouldn't. It's not their words that hurt you, it's your belief that they were supposed to act differently. Every time you get angry, what you're really saying is, reality should obey me. That's the hidden arrogance behind every irritation. You don't want peace, you want control. You want people to speak how you'd like, to respond how you expect, to love how you need, and when they don't, you suffer. The truth is brutal. You're not at war with them. You're at war with your own expectations. Think about it. It's not the traffic that ruins your day. It's your belief that traffic shouldn't exist. It's not the person who cancels plans that hurts you. It's your belief that they owe you their presence. It's not the criticism that breaks you. It's your need to be seen as flawless. The world doesn't make you angry. It only reveals how attached you are to your version of it. And the more you try to control others, the more they own you. Because the moment your peace depends on someone else's behavior, you've already handed them the keys to your mind. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are disturbed by anything external, it is not the thing itself that disturbs you, but your judgment about it." So maybe the question isn't, how do I stop people from bothering me? Maybe the real question is, why do I keep giving them permission to? Most people spend their entire lives trying to fix what was never theirs to control. They chase apologies they'll never get, explanations that never come, and change in people who don't even want to change. And every time they call that love, or fairness, or self-respect. But it's really just attachment dressed as virtue. Marcus Aurelius called this madness in disguise, because the more you fight what isn't yours, the more powerless you become over what is. You can't control the tone they use, but you can control the way your body tenses when they use it. You can't control what they say, but you can control whether you carry their words into tomorrow. You can't control the chaos around you, but you can control whether it enters you. This is the Stoic switch. To divide everything in your life into two simple columns. What's mine? What's not? Their behavior, not mine. Their approval, not mine. Their understanding of me, not mine. My response, always mine. Every moment you forget that line, you suffer. Every moment you remember it, you become free. Because peace isn't built by controlling others, it's built by mastering your own boundary. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, pause for 1 second and whisper to yourself, not mine. You'll feel it, the silence expanding between the trigger and the reaction. That space is your power. That's the place where anger dies and sovereignty begins. The person who triggers you doesn't control you. They expose you. Every reaction is a revelation. Every irritation is a message from a wound that still bleeds quietly inside you. You think you're angry because they disrespected you, but you're really angry because you still need their respect to feel safe. You think you're hurt because they ignored you, but you're really hurt because you still believe that being unseen means being unworthy. You think you're offended because they criticized you, but you're really offended because you still fear that they might be right. People don't create your pain, they find it. They touch the places you hide from yourself, the ones you cover with control, silence, and pride. And that's why some comments from strangers don't affect you, but one word from the right person can ruin your day. It's not the volume of the insult, it's the depth of the wound. Marcus Aurelius understood this long before psychology had words for it. He said, "When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. Then you will forget your anger." He didn't mean to blame yourself. He meant to look within yourself, because once you understand why something hurts, it loses its power to hurt you. So the next time someone triggers you, don't ask, "Why are they like this?" Ask, "What inside me needed them to be different?" That question alone can dissolve years of reaction, because you stop fighting the person and start meeting the part of you that's been waiting to heal. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but his real kingdom was his mind. He understood that power doesn't come from domination, but from the rare ability to stay calm when everything around you demands a reaction. He practiced 3 invisible moves, 3 mental shifts that made him untouchable. Move I, pause the judgment. Every emotion begins with a story, not the event, the interpretation. The insult isn't what hurts you, it's your translation of it. They shouldn't have said that. They disrespected me. This isn't fair. But Marcus wrote, "If you remove your opinion about what has happened, you remove the harm." So before reacting, stop the story. Describe. Don't dramatize, not "they humiliated me," just "words were said," not "they betrayed me," just "they chose differently." The moment you strip the meaning, you strip the pain. The storm can only touch what you label as real. Remove the label, and the storm passes through you. Move to, consider the source. Marcus knew that every offense reveals the nature of the offender, not the offended. He wrote, "When another blames or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls and penetrate inside, and you will see what kind of beings they are. The person shouting isn't powerful. They're leaking what they can't hold. Anger, envy, manipulation. These are confessions disguised as behavior. So when someone acts out, don't absorb their emotion, study it. Ask yourself, what pain or ignorance could make someone act this way? You'll find that empathy isn't softness, it's strategy. It frees you from taking poison personally. Remember this, the wise don't mirror emotion, they mirror truth. The fool shouts because he's empty. The calm observe because they're full. Move 3, return to your role. Marcus faced betrayal, loss, hypocrisy, yet he kept asking one question. What is my role in this moment? Not how should they act? Not why is this happening? But what virtue can I embody right now? When the world pulls you into noise, returning to your role restores sovereignty. If someone is cruel, your role is calm. If someone lies, your role is clarity. If someone manipulates, your role is boundary. If someone leaves, your role is acceptance. You can't control the play, but you can master your character. That's how Marcus stayed untouched. He never forgot who he was in the story. Pause the judgment, consider the source, return to your role. That's not avoidance. That's alchemy. You're not ignoring the world. You're reorganizing it inside you. You're turning reaction into response, emotion into awareness, chaos into order. And slowly, your silence starts speaking louder than their noise. Peace doesn't mean you let everything slide. It doesn't mean silence at all costs. It means you've learned the difference between reaction and response, between noise and precision. Calm is not weakness, it's weaponized clarity. The calm person doesn't avoid conflict. They choose when it's worth it. They speak when silence would be cowardice, and they stay silent when words would be wasted. That's not passivity, that's power. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, corruption, even war. But he never allowed his calm to be mistaken for submission. He wrote, "Be like the rock that the waves keep crashing over. It stands unmoved and the raging of the sea falls still around it." That's what calm truly is. Not escape from the storm, but mastery within it. You can draw a boundary without anger. You can walk away without hatred. You can say no without shouting. Because boundaries built on peace last longer than those built on rage. The reactive person explodes and loses control. The wise person acts and remains in control. They don't seek revenge, they seek alignment. They don't try to win the argument. They try to protect their energy. They don't need to prove anything because their silence already does. Remember, calm doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. It means you respond to it with precision, not poison. You stop fighting everything that doesn't deserve your fire, and what's left of your energy becomes creation. That's the paradox. The calmer you become, the stronger your impact. Because people feel it, the presence of someone who could destroy, but chooses not to. Anger isn't evil, it's energy, wild, raw, and sacred. It's the fire of protection, the heat of passion, the spark of movement. But without awareness, it burns everything. With awareness, it forges steel. You don't need to kill your anger. You need to train it. Marcus Aurelius never said, "Don't feel." He said, "Don't be ruled." He knew emotions aren't enemies. They're messengers. And the message of anger is always the same. Something inside me wants to be honored. The problem isn't that you feel, it's that you don't know how to channel what you feel. You explode instead of redirect. You attack instead of act. You react instead of realign. So here's the transformation. When you feel the fire rise, don't fight it. Breathe it. Inhale slowly. Feel the tension in your body like metal heating in a forge. Then say to yourself quietly, "I will use this." That single phrase changes everything. It turns chaos into intention. You can turn anger into clarity. Use it to define what truly matters. You can turn anger into discipline. Channel it into silence, work, art, or motion. You can turn anger into compassion, realizing that most people act from pain, not malice. Every time you refuse to waste your anger, you refine it. You turn it from reaction into fuel. That's emotional alchemy, to take what could destroy you and use it to build yourself. Because the truth is, you will always feel the fire, but the wise don't fear it. They stand in it, shape it, and rise from it. Clearer, calmer, sharper. There's a moment after years of reacting when you finally stop taking the bait. You stop needing to explain. You stop needing to defend. You just see. The noise is still there. People still provoke. The world still moves chaotically. But something inside you no longer moves with it. That's when you understand what Marcus Aurelius meant when he wrote, "The best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. To become untouchable is not to hide. It's to become so rooted in your peace that the world can no longer pull you from it." You don't seek validation anymore, because silence became your validation. You don't fight for attention, because presence became your language. You don't waste energy proving your worth, because stillness now proves it for you. This isn't emotional detachment. It's emotional sovereignty. You start seeing people differently. You see their anger as confusion, their cruelty as pain, their noise as fear. And instead of reacting, you just let it pass through you. Because now you realize it's not your job to fix people. It's your responsibility to protect your peace. You become calm not because the world is kind, but because you finally are. And that calm, that still, unshakable calm, is the highest form of strength a human can reach. Because nothing is more intimidating than someone who could destroy and chooses to remain at peace. Every person you meet is a mirror. Some reflect your beauty, others reflect your wounds. The ones who love you show you who you can be. The ones who anger you show you what you still need to heal. You think they're the problem, but they're the proof. Marcus Aurelius understood this long before modern psychology. He said, "When you are offended, look within, for the fault lies not in the action, but in your own perception of it." Every time someone irritates you, you're being given a lesson you didn't know you signed up for. The arrogant one shows you your pride. The manipulator shows you your lack of boundaries. The cruel one shows you your capacity for compassion. The liar shows you your attachment to certainty. And here's the hardest truth. When the lesson is learned, the teacher disappears. That's why some people no longer trigger you. You've already integrated the part of yourself they once exposed. You no longer need them to teach you. So before you react, ask yourself, what is this person trying to show me about myself? It's not always pleasant. Sometimes the mirror shows your shadow, the anger you suppress, the envy you deny, the pain you pretend to have outgrown. But that's the real work, not controlling your environment, but integrating your reflection. Once you can look at the mirror without flinching, you stop blaming the reflection for what you see. And in that moment, you become untriggerable, because the world will always mirror you. But now you recognize your own face. There comes a moment in your life when you realize that peace is not something you find. It's something you protect. The world doesn't calm down. People don't suddenly become kind. The noise doesn't stop. You do. And in that stillness, you discover a power that doesn't need to be loud. The kind that doesn't chase, doesn't prove, doesn't beg. It simply is. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, but his greatest victory was the one no one saw. The moment he stopped being ruled by his emotions. That's what mastery really means. Not to stop feeling, but to stop being possessed by what you feel. When you reach that state, you no longer fight every insult. You no longer defend every misunderstanding. You no longer lose sleep over what isn't yours to control. You start to walk differently. You listen more, speak less. You move slower but with precision, and everything that once had power over you begins to dissolve in your silence. Because the one who stays calm while others burn is the one who truly commands the fire. So the next time someone tries to provoke you, remember this. They can shout, lie, manipulate, disrespect, but none of it belongs to you unless you open the door. Be the door that stays closed. Be the mind that stays still. Be the soul that cannot be touched. Because peace isn't a reward, it's a weapon. And the moment you stop giving it away, you become untouchable.